Let's lower this a little bit, guys. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Ponch? How you doing, buddy? Time to get that workout in. Guys, I weighed myself this morning. I was back to 258, down 45 pounds exactly. Here, back to that grind. Got another 16 pounds to go. Want to be down total. What's up, Heather? We back to that grind today. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night, but excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So, we're back here at the grind. I'm gonna hit shoulder, traps, and then cardio. I was just outside showing the kids some wrestling moves, some suplexes and stuff like that. So I was all warm before I even came downstairs. It's like 63 degrees outside right now. Ooh. None of my shorts fit me. My shorts are so baggy right now because of all the weight I lost. They're ridiculously uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of new shorts because these are getting out of control. Like Danny and I can both fit in these at the same time at this point. Guys, we got 3 friends on. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that share, hit that subscribe. We truly appreciate that support. We're gonna get that workout in today as we inch step closer to our goals. Day in and day out. We ain't trying to be better than anybody else. All we gotta do is be better than the person we were yesterday. That is our goals. Every workout is to be better than the person we were the day before. So, I'm not competing against anybody else but me. It's me versus me. Every single day. Me versus me. We did front lateral raises. Next we'll do side raises. Continue working on those delts. Then we'll move to shoulder presses. I forgot my water bottle upstairs. Heather, how you doing today? Ponch, how you doing today? Guys, if you're just hopping in, double tap that screen, hit that like button. Would truly appreciate that support. Let's keep this workout moving, guys. Let's keep this workout moving. Let's add more weight. Boys, will you shut the door upstairs, please?
Sure. Nobody can promise tomorrow.
All right. Move up some weight. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. How's life? Ponch, things are going good, man. Work's been extremely busy. Extremely busy. Just trying to get, day by day, trying to focus a little bit more on social media stuff, get more of that content going. Work's obviously been busy. We're supposed to close on our duplex either this week or we'll close on our duplex next week. So when we close on that property, that will be our 9th and 10th unit that we will own. We just started investing in real estate 3 years ago, and so we will own 10 units total, 10 units total in a 3-year period. Just seriously out here just grinding, kid that grew up HUD housing and food stamps poor, just out here trying to create generational wealth. I want my kids to have a better life than I had, and then so on and so forth. So guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm telling you, it's all about putting in the work and grind, just like the weight loss journey. Guys, I've lost 45 pounds. I'm not taking any magical pills or anything. All I take is pre-workout and I take protein, and that's it. Like, it's very simple. It's all about hard work and grind. You have to be willing to do what others aren't if you want to look like or have things that others have. Guys, we got 17 of you beautiful folks out in here. Double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Would truly appreciate that. Guys, we're working day by day closer to getting down to 242. That's my big goal. Get down to 242. I was 258 this morning. Got another 16 pounds to go. Down 45. Another 16 to go to reach my goal of 242. I feel like at that point, I will be pretty chiseled at 242. That is my ultimate goal. Why would you subscribe to a marshmallow instead of filming yourself like a workout instead of filming? Well, bro, I'm in my own basement. I own my own workout. I've lost 45 pounds. I bench press 350. I deadlift 500. And I squat probably right around 400. So statistically speaking, I am in the 1 percentile of the strongest people in the world. So kindly kiss my ass. Ugh. Thanks, Smodo, but that is the truth. Like that, all those statistics I'm not lying about. Google it, Chat GPT it. Look up the stats of what percentage of the population can deadlift 500 pounds. Look up the percentage of the population that can bench press over 315. We have such a strong urge in society to compare ourselves to influencers on all these different platforms that are all chemically enhanced, and then we think that's normal. Like, that's not normal. If I was chemically enhanced, I would be a monster. I would have to turn sideways to walk through the door over there. However, I am not. I know tons of people that are chemically enhanced, and you're right, they look great. They look massive. However, if I'm not saying this is cheating, but I'm not willing to take those kind of measures and stick a needle in my butt in order to get the goals I want. I'm just not willing to do that. So I will work hard naturally. In 6 months, I've lost 45 pounds. I'm working towards what I am. I'm strong. I'm getting there day by day, and I'm happy. And I'm not going to have a heart attack and die early. Well, that might still happen. My luck is I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, so I'll probably kick the bucket early, let's be honest. Thanks, I appreciate that. Ponch, that stuff don't bother me, man. I'm so used to people coming in here and saying crazy stuff. And I agree. I don't know if you guys know who Joey Swoll is. Big fan of Joey Swoll's content. Like, you shouldn't film in a public gym. But as y'all can see, this isn't a public gym. This is in the privacy of my own basement. I bought all this equipment myself. I own it. I own the house. I own the space. So if I want to film in the privacy and comfort of my own home, I don't see what the problem is. You're an example for all of us. I'm working out right now as well, and I like your commentary. Thanks, I appreciate that. It helps you focus. Trolls just scrolling. It is, and again, like I said, that stuff doesn't bother me. Like, I know for me, I am cocky. Like, I'm confident on the verge of cocky, but I put in the work. Like, I've lost 45 pounds. Here's the thing that drives me nuts. One of the most disrespectful comments I can get is when women be like, men lose weight so easy. Men lose weight. The only reason you lost that weight is because you're a man, and men lose weight easy. And I'm like, man, I do an hour of cardio. I do 3.8 miles of cardio 5 days a week. I lift weights 5 days a week. I eat protein shake, rice, chicken, and broccoli, protein shake, 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, some fruit, and some non-fat cottage cheese. 6 days a week. That's all I eat. Like, I want a cheeseburger. I want pizza. I want pizza rolls. I want bagel bites. I want French bread pizza. Pretty much anything that has pizza with it is what I want. But I don't, because in order for me to continue to be at a calorie deficit, I can't eat that stuff. So that's by far the hardest part. So don't tell people you just lose weight because you're a man. Simply not true. It's K-Cal in versus K-Cal out. Guys, we got 15 of you beautiful folks on and 2 likes. If you haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. A little bit, Fry Guy, a little bit. Sometimes I get annoyed with people just coming in here saying reckless stuff when they just come in here and just, want to run their mouths when they don't even know what they're talking about. So yeah, sometimes I like to match that energy because it shows me as a real person, not just some fake internet personality. Like, I'm me. Like, sometimes I'm going to swear. Sometimes I'm going to call you a prick. It just kind of happens. It is who I am. Ponch says you're doing great. Thanks, Ponch. Appreciate it. How do you keep motivated? I found it a bit hard myself. So here's the thing. Take motivation. Why don't you take motivation? In this hand right here, take it, throw it out the window. Motivation doesn't mean anything. Dedication means everything. Dedication kicks motivation's ass every single day of the week. It doesn't matter. Like, motivation is you show up when you feel motivated to do it. Dedication is you have a plan written. Monday through Friday, you're going to do X, Y, and Z. And when you're dedicated, you follow that plan. You don't have an option. It's not an option. Motivation is when you're like, I'm tired, my body hurts, I just not feel it. You give yourself an out. Dedication doesn't allow you to have an out. It is Monday, this checklist. Tuesday, this checklist. Thursday, this checklist. And that's the end of it. Like, you follow the dedication. Thanks, Fry Guy. I appreciate that. I see you're using Frieza Force training equipment. Absolutely, Lord Frieza. Trying to reach that final 4. I'm getting there. Day by day, I'm getting stronger. All right, guys, hold on a second. That was heavy. Guys, we got 19 of you beautiful folks on. Double tap that screen. hit that like button. Truly appreciate that support. And ask Mold God, do you have a different name I can call you? Something that's easier for me to pronounce, so that way when I'm talking to you, it just kind of rolls off the tongue a lot easier. And so a lot of that stuff with motivation is like just the expectation of what you're going to do that day. Like for me, I kind of write my workout, usually Saturday or Sunday, like what I'm going to do for the week, based on my full-time schedule and my crisis schedule. So then I have to write my workouts. And then I also write my workouts depending on where I'm at. Like you never want to do shoulders and chest back to back. You never want to do biceps and back to back days. So I have to separate things out. You never want to do legs and deadlifts back to back because it's too much strain in your legs and back to do those two exercises back to back. So I separate those out. So like today I'm doing shoulders. Tomorrow I'll do back. Yesterday I did biceps and triceps. So I have to configure everything so there's a separation because you don't want to put too much strain on one body part at once. It's not good for it and it's how you get injured. So, and then you got to make sure you're eating enough calories and making sure you have enough protein in your system to repair the muscle. But for me, like my motivation right now is, look at this, guys. This shirt used to look like this. Like this shirt would look like this. Like, and now look at it. Like it fits perfect. I have clothes that like I can't wear right now that's too big. I have pants upstairs that I literally have to throw away because they're too big. Like, and it's just, to me, that just feels amazing and I want to keep going. Like, I was wearing a 2X extra large shirt for like 3 years. Now, none of my 2Xs I'm swimming in. They look awful. So now I'm wearing an extra large. And wearing an extra large shirt truly feels amazing. What up, Instant Random? How are you doing today? Feels heavy today. It's like when last time we went to the water park with like my wife's family, I wore a t-shirt the entire time in the pool because I was so embarrassed because I was so overweight. Like I was 303 pounds. Now I'm 258. Like I have no problem. Like we just went for a walk on Saturday when it was 70 degrees outside. Walked the entire neighborhood without a shirt on. Like my confidence is so much better now that I've lost the weight. I've packed on muscle. Like my confidence feels better. I feel better. Like the reality is as long as you set your mind to things, you can accomplish these things as long as you stick to it. Mr. Random, I'm doing great. I'm actually feeling really good today. Like the scale this morning was the smallest I've ever been. And since I started this weight loss journey, so that was like, I weighed myself first thing in the morning, right, like use the bathroom, step on the scale right before I get in the shower. That's when you're going to be your smallest, is in the morning after using the bathroom. I weighed myself. I was like, man, feel great. Ponch, I am like 6'3". Like technically I'm like 6'2 3/4. I always just say 6'3". Yeah, so, and then one of my other big motivating factors is like, you see all these like podcasts, whatever podcasts, and like all this crazy stuff, and like, what's your attitude towards exhaustion exercises? My attitude is like, what is your goal? Like whatever your goal is what you need to do. If you want to be a cardio long distance runner, then your workout equipment or your exercises needs to be to 20. Like you need to do sets of 15 to 20. Like if your goal is to be a long distance marathon runner, your weightlifting needs to match that goal. So do sets of 20. So there's a difference between aerobic exercises and anaerobic exercises. Aerobic, which means includes oxygen. So for aerobic, you want to do lower weight, higher reps. For anaerobic, you do lower weight. So you see a lot of powerlifters. Powerlifters do sets of 4. Bodybuilders, you'll see, do sets of 8 to 12. But for me, for my powerlifting, like my squats, deadlifts, and bench press, I do heavy sets of 4. So usually I'll do like 295 for 4, 305 for 4, 315 for 4, and then 325 for how many ever I can get, whether it's 2 or I think I got 2 last week and then 3 the previous week before. But yeah, you need to do exercises to exhaustion. If I put this on here and I get 12 my first set, and then I get 12 my second set, and I get 12 my third set, and I get 12 my fourth set, I never exhausted the muscle. So you see me, like the first set, I did just the 25s, and I got 12. 12, I could have did probably 2 or 3 more. So I put on the 5s. Next set, I got 12. And then the third set, I only got 8. So we'll see what happens on this next one. Susie, I don't know. She might be busy. She might be at work. Who knows? I put a message in our line app to let her know. So I got 8 there again, and there was no way I could do another one. So in general, in a situation like that, like rethinking it, I wish I would have took the 5s off and just did the 25s and tried to get 12, because 12 is like that bodybuilding type muscle growth type of exercise, and that's my goal. Is I want to put on muscle. The more muscle you have, the more fat you burn, the more calories you burn while sleeping, while driving your car, while laying around the house. Like, the more muscle you have, the more you can eat. So for like myself, I think last time I did the formula and ran the numbers, I burned right around 3,500 calories a day, 3,000 calories a day. If I basically just laid on the couch and did nothing all day, my natural rest based on my side would burn between 3,000 to 3,500 calories a day. So when you include my cardio, my hour of cardio, and my weightlifting, and like going to work and stuff like that, I burn right around 4,500 calories a day. So if I burn 4,500 and I eat 19, I'm at like roughly 2,500 calories a deficit a day. Let's just say 2,000. So roughly every 2 days, I should lose right around a pound. And usually I average about 2.5 pounds a week. So my numbers obviously could be a little bit off. I could burn like 4,000 or 3,500, maybe because 1 pound is 3,600 calories. So how did you work up to where you're at today? I've been lifting weights since I was 14 years old. I played football in high school. My high school, when I turned 15, built a state-of-the-art gym. It had all brand new equipment. It was all very nice. And I grew up in like a white, or like a very like ho-dunk like farm town, like bunch of country boys. And we pretty much worked on farms and played football. And then we were terrible. Like, we were terrible at football. We were good farmers, but we were terrible at football. And so a lot of us just spent a lot of time in the weight room, and I started lifting then, and I've continued lifting. I used to go to my local YMCA, and there were some like older gym members in there that taught me a lot. There's this one detective that would come in there and lift and kind of put me under his wing and help me out a lot. There was a couple other guys that were like bodybuilders that took me under their wing. Guys, if you go to your local gym, there'll be, like, if it's a serious like local gym, there'll be 8 to 15 guys in there that will say, hey, let me show you this. Hey, let me correct your form. Hey, let me help you out. Like, when I used to go to the local gym here, I used to help out the younger kids all the time that were in there, all the time. Like, hey, let me help you with that form, or hey, let me fix this bench press form, or hey, I see you're doing tricep push downs, but you're really leaning forward. Like, you're going to hit too much of your delts. You need to pull that back to push in your shoulders. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos to kind of learn how to do things. I asked tons of questions. The thing is, when you become too scared to ask a question, you're never going to find out the answer. So always ask questions. If you see me doing an exercise, you're like, why are you doing that? Ask why I'm doing that. Ask what muscle that works. Ask what the purpose of this. Why are you standing a certain way? Like, I got you. What's up, Trinity? How are you doing today? All right, so the next exercise I'm going to do is reverse delt. So it's bent over, and you're going to pull the cable out like this. And with it being bent over, it's going to hit the back of your delts. I like Fry that came in here earlier. He's like, is this dude crashing out? Like, yes, I am. I appreciate that comment, man. All right, let's add a little bit of weight to this and try it again. So because I do have home equipment and it's a little bit older, like this catches here, so I have to take oil and basically lube up this here so that way the piece slides on it instead of catching. So it makes it for more of a smooth thing. Like, I miss going to the gym all the time. I miss going to the gym and having other people to work out with. Miss having like a gym partner, but to be able to come home and spend some time with my kids and be able to hang out with them instead of going to the gym. Like if I had to go to the gym, I'd go right from my work to the gym, and then I'd get home at like 7 o'clock at night, 7:30 at night, and the kids go right to bed. Half the time I could come in home, work out at home, my kids are over there playing PlayStation, I can help them out with their homework. And it's none of that, but like I think total in this equipment down here, I have probably about $700 into it. I mean, that's 2 years of a gym membership is $700. And I think I've had this stuff for 8 years now. The only thing that's new is my my treadmill. I spent $1,000 buying a brand new treadmill. My legs are jello. Just did like 40 squats. Yeah. Well, we'll do our burpee challenge tomorrow. So for every like we get tomorrow, we'll do 5 burpees. And so last week we did 350 burpees in 1 hour. So guys, be here tomorrow night around probably 7:45, 8 o'clock. We're going to do the burpee challenge. For every like we get, we're going to do 5 burpees. And so last week we did 350 burpees in 350 burpees in 1 hour. Oh. Guys, we got 12 of you beautiful folks in here and 9 likes. Whoever those other 3 are, double tap that screen, hit that like button. Truly appreciate that support as we're getting this workout in today. Oh my goodness, guys. I feel great today. I feel strong. Thanks for whoever hit that 10th like button. I truly, truly appreciate that support. And then here, when I hop on the treadmill, the shirt's definitely coming off because I'm already sweating like a heifer over here. Just a second, guys. Hey, honey. Just a second. Danny! Do we have any Benadryl?
What?
Do we have any Benadryl?
Probably not. Why?
Okay. I was looking for it last night and I couldn't find any, so I wasn't sure. So I got one set left of these for the rear delts. Then I'm going to do shrugs, which works on like the mountaintops here. Like, guys, I want to be that person that's got like no neck. Like the mountaintops here is like the goal. Oh, honey, will you close that door? Ugh. All right, guys, let's load this baby up. All right, let's put 365 on here. 365 pounds. Let's go. Not bad. 12 at 365. Let's build up those mountaintops, guys. Whew. How's everybody doing today? Guys, I'm flying through this workout. We're about 40 minutes in, and I've got 3 sets of traps left, and I'll be done. But how's everybody doing today? Then we got cardio, which y'all know how I feel about cardio. Guys, we got 9 folks in here right now. Who's all in here right now? Small Doggo, are you still at the gym, buddy? Let's give it another minute. We'll hit that next set. Everybody can do it. You guys just got to put in the work. Everybody can put on size. Everybody can lose weight. Everybody can gain weight. You just have to commit to something. Guys, seriously, if you're looking to lose weight, gain weight, whatever your goals are, send me a message. Like whether you reach out to me on this platform, on TT, the Book of Faces, or anything else. If you guys seriously want help gaining weight, a workout, exercise, anything like that, feel free to reach out. Like at one point, I was a certified personal trainer through ISSA. I let my certification go because I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't having fun doing it. I was spending too much time chasing people around, begging people to work out who didn't actually want to work out. So I let my certification go. I blew my knee out. And when I blew my knee out, I was off work for 11 months. That's part of the reason I gained weight is because I blew my knee out. But then I was also working 80 hours a week. I built a very successful rental business. My wife and I are about to close on our 9th and 10th property here coming up either this week or next. So gained a bunch of weight. Now it's time to get it off. Drank way too many sodas and energy drinks to get through the 16-hour days. Ugh. All right. Let's go. 365 pounds. What do you think, guys? Let's add weight. Give me a thumbs up if you think we should add more weight to it. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you think we should add weight. I just need one of you beautiful folks. Let's put a thumbs up in that chat. We'll add weight to these shoulder shrugs here, guys. We've got 365. I think we can go to 415. Someone put a thumbs up in that chat. Would truly, truly appreciate it. And we'll throw some quarters on each side and see how that feels. No love, no thumbs up, guys. That's all right. I got this. There we go. Let's see. Watch me be funny. I'll do me. Oops. There you go. I gave myself a thumbs up. See, that's how I stay motivated. Because I only need me. All right. Try some 415 shrugs. 415. All right. Ooh, almost hit the light. All right, 415. My hands get stuck when you're holding that heavy weight. All right, guys, I got one set left. One set of shrugs left. Then we're going to move over to cardio. So I've got my full shoulder workout in. We did front raises, lateral side raises, shoulder press. Then we did, what do we do? Reverse bent over raises for your back, your rear delts. And then we've done 3 sets of shrugs for the traps. Working on the mountaintops there. So, and then we got to do cardio. Continue working on those abs. Got that another 16 pounds to go. Down 45 pounds. Got another 16 pounds to go. I'm hoping 16 pounds, guys, is the weight I need to lose. Like another 16, I'm really hoping 16 will have me looking pretty good. Like that would be a total of what, 61 pounds, guys, I've lost. My biggest, I was 303. And I'll be down to, if I lose 16, it'll put me down to 242. So 6'3", 242 seems like a pretty good weight. Thank you for whoever just hit that like button. Truly, truly appreciate that support. 415 for some shrugs. Thanks, Susie. Appreciate it, Susie. We had people asking about you earlier. They were worried about you that you weren't on. That's the wrong hand. I was like, that feels weird. But we've got the wrong hand, that's why. Guys, if you're looking to do exercises where your grip strength isn't strong enough, look at getting some of these Versa grips. Like, other people use regular straps, but I'm telling you, Versa grips are where it's at. Like, I've had these Versa grips for probably 15 years now and haven't had to replace them. The Velcro's starting to go in a little bit, but 15 years for anything, like, these are truly amazing. All right, guys. We're going up. I'm going to move this over to the treadmill, guys. Then I'm going to use the bathroom. Then I'm going to come and do cardio. So give me just a second. That sounds about right, Susie. Car issues right before the blizzard. All right, guys, give me just a second. I cannot grab the right stuff. Hold on just a second, you beautiful people. All right, guys, give me just a second. I'm going to use the bathroom, then I'm going to hop in this treadmill. All right, guys. Nice gym. I would like to have a place. So my goal in life was to have a gym like this. Like, this was my whole purpose of, like, when I bought my house, when I was looking for a house, was to get a gym just like this. So I wanted a basement so I could put my own gym in. And then I bought most of the stuff I bought on Facebook Marketplace. So actually, hold on. I don't like where the camera's at. Give me just a second, guys. So yeah, most of this stuff I bought off Facebook Marketplace, pennies on the dollar, and it's the best way to do it is Facebook Marketplace. You can get stuff super cheap, like the pulley system, the racks and stuff. I paid, like, I think brand new, it's like $800. I think I paid like $150 for it. I got another 300 pounds worth of equipment. plus a bar, a bench, and stuff for like 120, and they delivered it to my house. So people go out and buy equipment, want to use it, like they have this notion that they want to work out and stuff like that, and then they like, when they no longer feel that way, they quit working out, and then they sell this stuff for super cheap. So I encourage you, look on Facebook Marketplace, so you can get stuff pretty cheap. Guys, I don't like where this camera's at. I don't. It's like on the side and not in the front. Is this better? Let's try. Okay. Let's try this. No. Why? It's... There we go. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't figure this out today. There we go. Maybe that's the spot. All right. Thanks, Fishing Cooks. Appreciate that. We're just starting. So we did a full shoulder trap workout. Now we're on to cardio. So we'll be here for another full hour of cardio, guys. So since I started, like when I started my weight loss journey, I first started, like I worked out for 4 weeks. And then for the next 4 weeks, I worked out and dieted. Then the next, like, after that, I started doing like workout, diet, 40 minutes of cardio. And then now I've worked up to workout, diet, hour of cardio. So 3.8 speed, try to keep my heart rate right around 135. I do an hour with the cardio. Gonna get that, lose that next 16 pounds. I pulled my hamstring deadlifting last week. It's been killing me. Man, I actually increased my stiff-legged deadlifts last week, or Sunday to the most. I stiff-legged deadlift 185 for 12, and my hamstrings are still sore today. Fish, how much were you deadlifting? I forgot my water bottle upstairs. Can you put some water in my water bottle and bring it down to me? Honestly, I was warming up with 135. Well, so for me, on my deadlift days, for deadlift days, I start out, I do 5 minutes on the treadmill. I spend another 5 minutes stretching. So I do a full leg stretch. So I do a standing quad straps, each leg. Then I do a standing hamstring stretch. Then I sit down. I do an individual hamstring stretch on the right leg and the left leg. Then I do a groin stretch. And then I do a stretch to stretch my IT band on each side. Because ever since I had problems with my hips after my knee surgery, I stretched my IT bands. And it basically took away all of my hip pain. Basically, I lay flat on my back, take my leg lifted up. So your IT band, if you take your hand and bring it straight down, put it on your hip, the IT band runs from the outside of basically your hip, right below your knee, or right before like your knee. It runs straight down. And so, if you lay flat like this, put your arms out, take your leg, bring it straight up, and over while trying to keep your back flat. You'll stretch your IT band on one side and then switch and do it on the other side. I usually do it for about 15 seconds each, and all of my hip pain went away. So when I had to do physical therapy after my knee surgery, one of the things they would do, I had a male physical therapist, and he would take his hand and just grind it into my IT band to loosen it up. And it hurt like dickens, but it felt so much better afterwards. What's up, Miss Brittany? You didn't miss much. I lifted shoulders, Brittany, and now it's treadmill time. So I just got on. I got 45 minutes left on the treadmill. Can you put some water in my water thing, and bring it down to me? I forgot it. Thanks, bye. Perfect. I'm gonna start doing a good warm up. I've never really had problems with injuries, but I'm almost 32 and I'm starting to, selfish, and that's the same thing for me. I'm 38 years old. I'll be 39 here, April 11th. And so for me, I used to come in, hop in the treadmill for a few minutes, for just deadlifts and squat days, and then boom, start lifting. I'd start out with lightweight, work my way up, but now I have a whole routine before I deadlift or squat to get my whole lower body stretched out and worked out so I don't hurt myself. And the crazy part is when you're powerlifting, in general, you want everything tight and together, which completely goes against the idea of stretching. But to me, at this point in my life, it's not worth the injury. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm in Michigan, so I live in central Michigan. What about you? Guys, if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, show some support. I would truly, truly appreciate that. Sweating. The key to cardio is to break it down into increments. So if you're doing 60 minutes, that's 12 5-minute increments. 6, 10 minutes. So we're a little over 1/12 of the way done. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Bowser. I've always said flexibility is the enemy of strength, but I don't know anymore. Yep, you're 100% right. Flexibility is. That's why, depending on what you're training for, you have to train very specifically. If you're training to run a marathon, you want to do high reps, light weight. If you're training to be a power lifter, you want to do super heavy weight, super low reps. If you're just trying to be a bodybuilder, you got to do somewhere in the middle, 8 to 12. You ever seen any bodybuilder, true bodybuilder, that's super flexible and has amazing cardio? No, because they're not training for that. I need to do a lot because I'm getting tired of 5 sit-ups. Yeah, Brittany, you gotta go see your doctor, see what your doctor says. Double tap that screen. Thanks, Susie, appreciate that. Whoever just hit that like button, I appreciate that. We are 10 minutes in, so we are 1/6 of the way done. I love lifting heavy. I'm only 130 by the way, but your deadlift's 3. That's amazing, man. That's better than me. So I'll just say I was 260 and I pulled 445 for 4 and then 455 for 2. But the most I've ever deadlifted was I was like 290 and I pulled 515. At 290 I pulled 515. And at about I think I was about 280 at the time, I bench pressed 395. My current bench press is probably 350. If I had to guess, I probably bench press 350 right about now. But I don't max out very often. Like, at my age, maxing out actually ruins my workout, and the reality is it's just for your ego. Like, it doesn't build muscle at all. I can only bench like 145 though, but you still bench more than you weigh, which is impressive. Like, that's still impressive to bench more than you weigh. That's the key. My back was fine until my car accident hosted my body. Yeah, Brittany, so you gotta remember, like, some of your limitations, you can't, I know it's hard, but with your limitations, you can only do so much. So try not to get down on yourself. You know, you can only do so much. Dang, that's a strong bench, 350. Bench used to be my favorite exercise back in the day. Now it's one of my worst favorites. I'm pushing to find tires for our vehicles tomorrow. Susie, I'm so glad. It got up to like 65 today here. So no snow and 65. So, but fish, like, when I bench press like that, I'm coming down, touching and pressing. Like, I'm not doing no like official lift where I'm coming down, hold, and then press. Like, I don't have a spotter here. My wife weighs 130 pounds, 135 pounds, something like that. So if that weight comes down and I can't push it up, like, I'm just screwed. Like it's just gonna crush me at the end of the day. You're so fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, shucks. Ugh. We getting there day by day, guys. Like, when I used to go to like a gym, I used to always ask, like, I'd find some dude in the gym, like, hey, can you come spot me? And then not only that, Fish, I don't know if you know this, but if someone does an official lift off to you, you can actually gain 5 to 10 pounds in your bench press just by a lift off. And so you use a lot of strength unracking the weight. So if you have someone unrack it and hand it to you, which is completely legal in powerlifting, like, you could literally add 5 to 10 pounds to your max bench press. 6'3". I am 6'3". Susie, you missed it. I crashed out. I raged on somebody earlier. Wait, Susie, first of all, are you still in here? Before I tell my story, I gotta know if Susie's still in here. Yeah, I never had a spotter. I go to the gym early before work in the morning by myself. So Fish, one of the things you can do is, it's not encouraged, it might upset some people, but if there's nobody else in the gym, you can actually bench press in the squat rack and use the arms on the side that would catch you. And you come down, worst case scenario, you allow the arms to catch you on the side and you can push yourself a little bit more. I've done that before. Yeah, it's the same thing for both those platforms. It's the same. It's the same username on both platforms. All right, guys, we are about 16 minutes in with 44 minutes to go. You've been working with a new personal trainer. I've been working with a new personal trainer now that I moved to the city. He has me on intense calisthenic programs with little free weights. Thoughts? Susie, now that you're here, I gotta tell my story, but hold on. I think it depends on what you're working for. I'm a big proponent of lifting weights. The more muscle you have on your body, the more weight you're gonna lose when you're not working out and stuff like that. However, depending on your size, where you work out, like calisthenics to get you going in the beginning is great. So for me, you have to start somewhere and build up to something. I've been working out for, how old am I, 38? I've been working out for 24 years, on and off, took some time off here and there. And so, big proponent. I think if you're a female, you should lift weights a minimum 3 days a week. At least 3 days a week, lift weights. After that, you can do cardio, whatever you want. In a perfect world, you lift weights 5 days a week. I tend to lean towards dumbbells, flat bench, like the 50s for sets of 10 to 12. Perfect, Fish. Dumbbells are amazing because they force you to work on your stabilizer muscles. The worst thing you can ever do is use too many machines and too many Smith machines because you aren't forced to use your stabilizer muscles. So, little muscle, little fat, pretty skinny, I'm 24. Yep. So, if I was you, I would lift heavy weights. Squat heavy, deadlift heavy, lift heavy weights for your bench press. This fear that you're going to put on too much muscle is just simply not real. Like, I'm not very big. I've been lifting weights for 24 years. Like, it's hard to put on muscle. So, lift heavy. Like, for my traps, I literally just did 415 for sets of 10. Because again, like, sometimes the biggest mistake people make is not adding weight to their lifts. Thanks, Susie, for putting all of our social in there. I appreciate that. Male here, also. Oh, you're male. My bad, man. Your traps are the goal. Yeah, lift heavy, man. Lift heavy is the key. Like, for me, for my deadlift, bench press, squats, I do 4 sets of 4. All other exercises, I do 3 to 4 sets of 12. So, your full body exercises are your chest. So it's funny you ask. I used to do online training. I used to be a certified personal trainer through ISSA. And I used to go to people's houses and do training. I used to teach interval circuits at my local gym. But as a social worker, I got tired of begging people to like get better in their mental health and then go home and do my other job as a personal trainer, begging people to take care of their physical health. So it just got exhausting, so I actually quit doing it. Found tires, going to get them at 7 a.m. Nice, Susie.
one of the things we're lucky, like we literally have a tire factory like 3 blocks from our house. So, but of course, whenever I tend to need tires, I tend not to be home and I'm always at work. But you know, if you add me on like TT or IG, feel free to send me a message and I'll answer any of your questions. Like I got you, man. Yeah, my gym had a Smith machine. My gym is a powerlifting gym, although I don't consider myself a powerlifter, but I fall in the line with the classic powerlifting concept. Judge. Yep, and that's the key. You should always judge your strength based on the 3. But remember, fishing, you only compare yourself to yourself. You're not comparing yourself to the person next to you. You're not comparing yourself to Susie Q online, the dudes that are on roids. Don't compare yourself to that. The only thing you have to do is be better than the person you were yesterday. As long as you are better than the person you were yesterday, you're making progress. And that's, in society, we fail so much in comparing ourselves to these people online with these personas where their whole life is wrapped up into eating clean, taking supplements, working out. You know, they're in the gym 3-4 times a day because their whole persona is working out. They get paid to be a social media influencer to work out. Most people who have to go to school, go to college, go to high school, go to a 9-to-5, like has kids, wife, family, like we only have so much time to do certain things. So it becomes unrealistic. So remember, you're only competing against yourself. Yeah, squat, bench press, deadlifts are the 3. I appreciate it, Pro. Glad I found you on here. Trying to get you on G. Yeah, so it's Tilson Unleashed on IG and TT. So, and the key is when doing cardio, find something to distract yourself. Like, watch TV, go live. I have a game right here. I play Marvel Strike Force. Whatever you can do to distract yourself while doing cardio is the key, because the mind will tell you to quit way before the body does. If you distract the mind, you can do cardio for hours. Like if it was a Sunday and I could watch the Detroit Lions, I bet you I could easily do 2 hours of cardio. I mean, I'm at 22 minutes because I've been, you know, Sir Yapinson over here talking to you guys. Like this cardio's been easy. I DM'd you on TT and got Amazon wish list too. That's funny. Whew. Yeah, so I think our wish list is based on our dogs. We got 2 boxer puppies that our original social media was all about our dogs. But then we kind of wanted to bring the whole family into it. Yeah, I freaking paint houses during the day. Yeah, so bitch, you paint houses in the sun all day, you're exhausted. Like, you're absolutely exhausted. So, automatically, you got little energy left by the time you go to the gym, but yet you're still going every day. You're still pushing every day. You're still getting stronger every day. Another question, like I said, I'm skinny, little fat, but little muscle. I eat a lot during the day. Not always bad food, but a lot of food. My metabolism is just so fast. Should I watch what I eat? So the key is, if your goal is to put on muscle and you're lifting weights, you need to follow what I do as a 2-2-1. So 2 carbs, 2 grams of protein, and 1 gram of fat. Now, a lot of the science will tell you that 3-2-1, 3 carbs, 2 protein, 1 fat. I like the 2-2-1. 2 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat. And so, if you are, you know, 135 pounds, you got to make sure you're eating 135 grams of protein a day. If not, maybe a little bit more. Like myself, because I'm in a cut right now, I eat 200 grams of protein a day. But I'm also at a calorie deficit, so I eat 1,900 calories a day. But I eat 3/4 cups of rice, 3/4 cups of chicken, and then a cup of broccoli twice a day. Those Lions were killing it this year. Dan Campbell is the man. That's a fact. As someone who lives in Boston, embarrassing Pat fans, Yeah, so because the Lions were so used to just sucking, like to me, that was something that was very exciting because we're not used to winning. So if I could watch the Lions game, it was an easy way to distract myself. And in general, when football's on Sunday, it's something I truly enjoy, so it's a great thing to distract myself. Like I said, guys, I've been on this treadmill for 25 minutes. I've done 1.5 miles, and I could barely even tell because I'm so distracted with chatting with you guys that it makes it easy. So guys, if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that follow button. If you guys become a member, you hit that membership button, we'll add you to our line group, which is a group of positive, supportive people. And then basically we message in that group. It's kind of like Discord, but different. So if you become a member, we'll get you added to that line group of positive, supportive people. And whatever goals you're working on, we'll help push you to reach those goals. I have a hard time getting all of my calories in every day. I usually get like 1,800. I missed the rest of what you were saying. Okay, that makes sense. Any supplements you recommend? My trainer had a vasectomy on Friday and he's out of commission. Supplements, protein shakes, pre-workout, that's all I take. Anything else you take is extra. It can be helpful, it's not necessarily needed. And protein shakes are only needed if you're struggling to eat the food. So for me, I struggle to get, that many grams of protein, so I do 2 protein shakes a day. So I do Synthesis 6 double chocolate protein. When you're younger, the type of protein you buy isn't as big of a deal. When you get older, watch the cholesterol in the protein. A lot of the cheaper proteins will be very high in cholesterol. Susie, thanks for sharing those emotes in the chat of those beautiful babies. Sometimes I go heavy on the sugar. Well, Fish, the funny thing is, bodybuilders, after they deplete themselves and they really remove all the water for the system before they go on stage, they eat a bunch of candy because that sugar spikes their insulin, makes them really vascular. So you'll see, like a buddy of mine used to do bodybuilding competitions. He was all roided up, just massive looking dude. And he would eat a bunch of candy before he would go on stage. And see, that's the part with me, guys, is I'm actually lazy. I'm a lazy fat kid at heart. My natural thought is to sit my lazy butt on the couch, play video games, watch TV, and eat candy and cookies. I think David Goggins says it best. I'm lazy. But I know that if I do that, I'm going to gain more weight and I'm not going to be happy with myself. So I'm down here in the lab every day trying to better myself. For me, it's Gushers. Oh, Gushers are delicious. Gushers are delicious. I'm so addicted to candy. You want to know what's funny? Lamar Odom, who played for the Lakers for a long time, had a candy addiction, and he would eat candy during timeouts and stuff. And I think it was who was it? Marshawn Lynch, the running back for Seattle for a while, was addicted to Skittles. He had a massive Skittles addiction. But there was a guy that did a study where he ate nothing but kid-sized candy bars for 3 months and lost 30 pounds. And his point he was trying to prove, it was a doctor. His point was, it doesn't matter what you eat, it matters how many calories you eat. So as long as you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. So he ate just kid-sized Snickers bars and stuff like that for a month, or for a few months, lost weight. Yeah, Beast Mode was just a different kind of back. Guy was just a monster. All right, guys, we got 16 people in here and 14 likes. Double tap that screen. I would truly appreciate that. And hit that like button. You're a diehard Broncos fan? Oh, man. How old are you again? You said you're a diehard Broncos fan. Are you young enough or old enough to remember when Tebow lost his starting job and they signed Peyton Manning and that was a whole deal? Like, to me, Tebow was the best college quarterback. Actually, I'll say it. Tim Tebow was the best college football player of all time, in my opinion. Peyton Manning came in and stole his job. But again, it's Peyton Manning, so it makes sense. Age, location, if you're comfortable. Yeah, so I'm 38. I'll be 39 April 11th, and I'm located in central Michigan. So, like, right here in Michigan is right where I'm located at. It's been rough since Peyton Manning. Yeah, but y'all got a good young quarterback. What's his name? You guys just drafted. What was his name? Help me out. Oh, that kid you guys just drafted. I can't think of his name right now. Everybody thought it was a waste of a first-round pick, and he ended up playing really good this year. Bo Nix, yes. Kid from Oregon. He ended up playing really good. He probably was their second or the third best rookie this year. Obviously, Jaden Daniels was one. You love Tim Tebow? Tebow was the man. Thanks for whoever hit that like button. Appreciate it for that 15th like. All right, guys, we are at 31 and a half minutes. We're over halfway done. But guys, I know I've said this to a few of y'all, but seriously, if you guys have weight loss goals, journeys, if you ever have any questions, seriously feel free to reach out. I love supporting people. My day job is a social worker, so that's just what we do. But again, so many people are afraid to ask questions because they're worried someone's going to make fun of them or be mean or, you know, because we live in a society of assholes. But my thing is there's enough room at the table for everybody to eat. So if we can be supportive of everybody can get better. Like, just because I level up doesn't mean that you can't level up, and vice versa. And that's kind of what the whole point of our social media was, just to put a supportive community out there for people to join where you can level up together. One of my biggest sayings I always say on this thing is, work's hard, life's hard, school's hard. What's not hard is being nice to each other. Making good progress. 2.1 miles, about 300 calories burnt. So I eat the same thing every single day. So after cardio, I'll go upstairs, I'll have a protein shake. 2 scoops of double chocolate, Synthesis 6 protein. It's 40 grams of protein, no, 48 grams of protein, 400 calories. And then after that, for like dinner, usually around 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, I'll do 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites. Because I was doing 3 whole eggs, but talked to my trainer, a friend of mine, she's brilliant, and she told me I needed to add more fat to my diet, so I added another whole egg, and then I do non-fat cottage cheese, because cottage cheese is a casein protein, which is a slow digestive protein, which is good to eat before bed because it digests slowly. Basically, you have protein in your system the entire night to repair your muscle. And then when you wake up the next morning, you eat, you just kind of constantly are in a protein synthesis all day long. And then I have a little bit of fruit because I don't want to use all that fat and the fat and the egg yolks and the protein as energy. So I usually have some like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Big fan of blackberries. Sometimes I'll do some pineapple. So some kind of fruit. Plus, not only that, but fruit's like my candy. Tastes delicious. Susie says, Brandon and Danny, the boys are great supporters and family. Have always been there for their community. I'm very thankful. Thanks, Susie. I truly appreciate that. That's very nice of you for those kind words. We try to be. What's up, Nastia? How are you doing today? Thank you for whoever hit that 16th like. Appreciate that. Brando the man, what's up, buddy? Is your real name Brandon, by the way? Because my name's Brandon. Nasty, I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, my name's Brandon too. Hi, Brandon. But it's weird. Nobody ever calls me by my first name, so it freaks me out. Usually everybody calls me by my last name. The last video made me tear up. Susie Danny made that video. Didn't she do a good job? Stuff like that, Susie, is what kind of makes us mad as content creators. Is like, Danny spent all that time and energy making what I thought was such a great, like, heartfelt video, and then it gets no views. And it's like, what the heck? Like, that video to me was great. It was perfect. Like, I couldn't have explained Peyton better. Welcome, Cameron. Cameron, I truly appreciate the conversation today, man. Thank you so much. It truly helps when I'm doing cardio. If I could have 3-4 people on like this every time I do cardio, whew, it'd be a cinch. I know, Susie, didn't she do great with that video? Guys, we got 15 friends on. I know not all of you have hit that like button, so double tap that screen. Hit that like. Would truly appreciate that. Getting my daughter dinner right now. Cameron, if you don't mind me asking, how old's your daughter? I have 2 boys. My boys are 7 and 8. And they are my whole world. Everything I do revolves around those 2 and my wife. So my kids are my everything. I've actually been able to get my kids to come down and lift weights with me recently. Peyton, my oldest, my 8-year-old, he used an easy bar curl, but he deadlifted 63 pounds the other day. It was pretty cool. So he wants to start kind of getting into it. I get nervous because I don't want him to hurt himself, so I'm always, correcting his form and getting into it with him. And she's 2 in April. Oh man, that's awesome. My kids are my everything. But yeah, I get emotional when I talk about my kids coming downstairs to lift weights with me because it's something I've always wanted. Like, I've always wanted my kids to play basketball with me and lift weights with me and go outside and throw the football around and play video games. Like, I'll play Fortnite with my kids and like we'll sit there and talk smack, and it's truly the best thing ever. Like, I would not give it up for anything. Like, I would much rather hang out with my kids than go out with my friends. Actually, that's really why I don't really have many friends left, because I feel like I've had friends sometimes, but I would just rather hang out with my kids and my wife than anything else. Like, I grind with work and everything else so much that I would just rather spend time with them than other people. Like, it's just how it is. Well, and I grew up like HUD housing, food stamps, poor, with a single mom raising 3 kids by herself. She did the best she could. My mom to this day is my hero. And I always just said, like, I want to level up. I want my kids to live a better life than I did. So that's why I started my real estate business. And me and my wife have been able to buy. We right now own 6 single families, a duplex, and we're closing on another duplex probably at the beginning of next week. So we'll have 2 duplexes and 6 single family homes that we own around here. All right, guys, we are 2/3 of the way done. We are 41 minutes in, 19 minutes to go. Thank you for whoever just hit that like button. I truly appreciate that. I'm sweating over here now. Guys, let's see if we can get 3 more likes by the end of this live. So if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button. I would truly, truly appreciate that. And then hit that subscribe button. Would truly appreciate that support. I think yesterday's live we got 12 new subscribers. I'll look in a minute and see how many we've gotten today. I know we got a couple so far. So if you haven't done so already, if you're looking for a positive, supportive community, this is the place for you. All right, let's see. We have gotten 7 new followers during this live, guys. That is so amazing. Thank you guys so much for that love and support. I truly appreciate it. 7 new followers during this live. That is so cool. Thank you guys. I truly, truly, truly appreciate that support. We are 43 minutes in, 2.7 miles, 350 calories burned. Plus, we already lifted shoulders today and traps. Need 3 more of you beautiful folks to hit that follow button, or that thank you so much to that 18th person. Looking to get 20 likes by the time the live's done. If you haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Show me some support. You just got a fat guy over here who's trying to get in shape. Whew! Thanks, I'm probably gonna say your name wrong. Elmanza. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm down 45 pounds with another 16 to go. So I was 303 at my biggest. I'm down to 258 as of this morning. And and I want to get down to 242. So I feel like 242 I should be pretty ripped at. I appreciate that support, man. Guys, my basement is naturally cold. Like, so if I had to guess, it's probably about 55, 60 degrees. Probably about 55 degrees in my basement right now. And I'm sweating this bad. I'm so worried when summer comes and my basement gets warm and it's like 70 degrees down here. Whew. I am gonna sweat like a heifer. But we are 45 minutes in. We got 15 minutes left. Need someone else hit that button. Also, guys, if you're gonna be in tomorrow, for every like we get tomorrow, we're gonna do 5 burpees. Me and the wife will. For every like. So the first week we did this, in 1 hour we did 160 burpees. The second week we did 310 burpees. And last week, guys, we did 350 burpees in 1 hour. When I tell you for the next 3 or 4 days, my ribs felt like they were broken. My hips were massively sore. Like, whew. So join tomorrow, hit that like button, guys. We'll get a, let's see. Obviously we want to get to 250 or 350 again. You got this. I was gonna chill today, but I'm gonna go for a run too. Man, that's what's up. Good for you. Hopefully I gave you a little bit of motivation to keep going. Like, that's for me every day. Like today, I didn't sleep well last night. I was tired, but this is where dedication kicks motivation in the junk and tells it to keep it moving. Like, motivation, you only show up when you're motivated. Dedication, you show up because it's on the schedule. And that's for me. Shoulders and cardio was on the schedule today, so there's no option but to do it. So many days I'm not feeling it. So many days. Like, I have to force myself to take days off. So, like, I actually increased my schedule at my crisis part-time job. I said, hey, I need to work more. She's like, I thought you wanted more time off. I'm like, but if I work more, I can't work out because I'm at work. So now I'm basically working at least one day on the weekends and then one day throughout, like later at night, where I won't get home until like 10 o'clock at night, which is going to force me to take more time off. It helps me take time off from the gym because I want to work out 6-7 days a week, but at my age, it's just not feasible. Who's that hottie with a body that just joined the chat? You got arms tomorrow? I'm fishing, so I can't do, I have an injury in my forearm and into my bicep. If you look here, look at, there's no definition of my arm because of the injury. But if I go over here, look at the difference. So I have to do like easy bar curls and then like hammer pulls because I can't do normal curls with my injury. Whew. Babe, did the kids go to bed? Surprised you didn't send them down to tell me goodnight. I should have came up, I didn't think about it. Yeah, they're in bed. Yeah, I did. It completely slipped my mind. I didn't even think about it. Just got to bed. Okay. Whew. Almost fell off the treadmill, guys. Guys, I need one of you beautiful folks to hit that like button. Let's get me 20 likes during this live. My goal is always to get 20 likes during my cardio lives, or my fitness lives. So if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Let's try to stay up a little later. Okay, good job, honey. Way to be flexible. Dang, that's a bummer. Yeah. I have a left shoulder injury, so my front delt. Yeah. It's crazy, this injury, but the thing is, my wife wants me to go to the doctor. She's told me to go to the doctors a bunch of times. And I'm like, I can't. Because if I go to the doctor's going to tell me to quit working out. I just know it. And I was like, in this fitness journey right now, I can't quit working out. Like, I have to reach this goal. Like, I've never been this dedicated to something in my life. And, you know, once I get down to 242 and I get where I want, then we can have a conversation. Unless it's an ice cream blizzard, she's good. That sounds about right, honey. Oh man, an ice cream blizzard sounds good. Ice cream in general, pizza. But I don't want like normal pizza, I want like pizza rolls, bagel bites, French bread pizza. You know, all that processed stuff. Pretty much anything that can go in an air fryer right now. Do you have a target heart rate? Yes, my target heart rate is 135, which reminds me I've been Sir Yapathon over here and I forgot to check my heart rate. So let's see where my heart rate's at right now. So my goal is usually 130 or 125 to 135. Hold on just a second, guys.
I can stay up earlier.
I'm super sweaty. Don't. Love you.
I can sleep earlier than that.
Where's your brother? Are you sleeping?
Yeah,
Okay.
I sleep earlier.
Why do you get to stay up later?
Because he doesn't get good mornings that I do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Guys, that's so cool. I'm so glad the wife sent my kid down to tell me goodnight. Put the smile on my face. It's the small things in life, guys, I swear. Well, fishing, it's not like I got anything else to be doing while I'm over here on the treadmill. You know? It's not like I'm going to run away from you guys. Okay, let's get a heart rate. Keep getting distracted. Squirrel, I'm super ADHD. Like, my ADHD has ADHD. Alright, let's see what the heart rate's at. Guys, I'm not going to talk for a little bit because I want to try to get an accurate heart rate, so just bear with me for a second. Guys, we are popping between 133 and 136. So my heart rate is perfect right now based on what I want it to be. So 133 to 136. So fat burning zone is 125 to 135. And if you elevate your heart rate too much, you actually will start to burn muscle. Too sweet, good to see. Hey, Dad, fulfilling his duties as a father. Thanks, man, I appreciate that. I'm telling you, I've told my work and everybody else, like, my kids and wife come first. I will quit my job. I will punch you in the mouth. I'll do whatever I have to do to keep my kids safe. And I won't think twice about it. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, watch out.
Ow.
Want to step up here and say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hold on.
Hi.
Love you, buddy. I'm super sweaty. Love you.
Oh,
He's like, ew, Dad, you are super sweaty. Oh, man. Well, and both the kids like it when I go live. They like to be part of the live. They like to come and talk to people. Like, they get a little crazy during the live. Like, they get excited. And I actually told the kids, so we're really trying to get out our social media a little bit more. And I was joking with the kids. I'm like, listen, we take usually a big family vacation every year. I was like, how much ever we make on our social media this year is how much we're going to spend on our vacation. I was like, so you guys need to come up with some video ideas. I was like,
the better the videos do, I was like, the more money we're gonna have for vacation. So I was like, get thinking. Brandon, for the baby shower, I gotta give Cody his last note. Oh my goodness. Susie, I'd cry. Your own man over here would cry. Like, Susie, I can't even imagine. That would be a lot. That would be a lot. How did you even survive? So fishing, I don't fish. I wish I did. I fished with my dad when I was younger. Thanks, I appreciate that. I fished with my dad when I was younger, but I haven't fished in a long time. I enjoy it, but I'm so cheap and frugal that, like, the idea of having to go out and buy all the tackle, all the fishing rods, get a fishing license, all the stuff that goes into it becomes extremely overwhelming for me. Like, I don't buy anything for myself. I buy stuff for my wife and kids, but nothing for me. And so all my money either goes to my kids or in the bank account to buy my next rental property to continue growing my net worth. Like, it's crazy to say, but like, I'm gonna go from like HUD housing, food stamps, poor growing up, to being a millionaire by the time I'm 40. Like, that's my goal. And I'm a social worker, so it's not even like I make great money. I just work my tail off. He left a note for each one of the kids for certain dates. Susie, that is so cool. Like, I think about stuff like that all the time. Like, I can't even imagine. It was hard, especially with the anniversary of his death next week. Susie, I'm kind of, like, when my dad passed, I was in Europe. I was actually in Brno, Czech Republic. So I wasn't around too much. So, like, the dates and times tend not to bother me. But what'll get me once in a while, mind you, me and my dad didn't have the best relationship at the end because of, like, his choices and behaviors. But, like, because my dad was in the military, like if I see like military commercials or things like that, I'll get in my feels. If I like certain songs or smells, will get me in my feels. Guys, if you're new here and haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that follow button. I would truly appreciate it. I know a Czech guy, name's Tyler. Yeah, I lived in Brno, Czech Republic for 11 months. Taught English as a foreign language. At one point, I actually had dual citizenship. I had dual Czech citizenship and American citizenship. Like, I spent New Year's in Germany. I've been to Slovak. I've done a lot of traveling. I've done a lot in my life. Had some crazy ups and some crazy downs. Not gonna lie, that comment of that person saying you're so fine, like, that's the kind of stuff that dudes grip a hold of and hold on to it for forever. Dudes tend not to get comments very often. Like, women get comments and catcalled and stuff, all kinds of ridiculous all the time. Dudes, we almost never get comments or compliments. Hey, remember me? I think so. He's married. He is married. My wife's a hottie with a body. Yeah, you were in here yesterday. We had a great conversation, chit-chatting, while I was living my best life in the treadmill. Thanks, Susie. My older brother did an exchange year in Germany in high school. He was taught ESL in Germany and one of those companies. Oh, that's so cool. My story is completely different. Fishing. So at 25, I went through like a horrific divorce. My ex-wife left me for my best friend. Like literally cheated on me, left me for my best friend. They're married now and have kids. And basically, I failed out of school. I quit my job. Total midlife crisis at like the age of 25. We had been together like 9 years. So went to Wyoming to visit my brother and met some people from Czech Republic. And I was just like, all right, I'm out with life. I'm gonna start over in a new country, and just left to a new country, dipped out, lived there for 11 months, and was like, oh, at a certain point, I was like, I gotta return to normal life, and came back home and started my life over. Eventually met my wife, and everything's been amazing since then. All right, guys, keep your work, and I subscribe. Thanks, man, appreciate that. Logan, W, man, thanks, appreciate that. All right, guys. We're at the finale. So we did shoulders, we did traps. You guys can hear my stomach gurgling right now because I'm hungry. And we've now finished up our cardio. Look at this. If I can get this to flip around. We've done 60 minutes of cardio, 3.8 miles. We've burned 478 calories, probably closer to 500. So we killed this workout today, guys. Truly amazing. Thanks for that support. No fishing. So I have two older brothers. Both of them were all from Michigan. And Wyoming came to Michigan and said, hey, we'll give you $20,000 if you guys move out here and become open pit coal miners. And so both of them took the money and moved out there. They're both open pit coal mining mechanic. One of them now lives in Wyoming and still does that. The other one moved out to a gold mine in Texas. So now he works in a gold mine in Texas. So he's out there now. But no, like my mom's still where she originally from. And then I moved, oh crap, guys, hold on. I forgot my charger down here. I moved about an hour away from like my hometown. So I moved to the town where my wife's from. And so I'm about an hour from Owasso. That's where I grew up. That's where I was born and raised. Now, I live about an hour from there. And then I work even farther away. All right, guys, I'm going to go upstairs. I'll show you guys my protein that I use. Guys, I invested $1,000 into buying a new treadmill a couple weeks ago. One of the best things I ever invested in. It's so much better. Fishing, give me just a second. I'll explain to you a really funny story about that here in a second. So, Susie, I gotta hurry up and run upstairs before the lights turn off because you know the monster in the basement's gonna get me. Like, as soon as you turn the lights off, the monster's gonna get you.
So I'm glad I didn't play for soccer yet.
Why?
Because he changed his mind.
Okay.
He does not want to.
All right, so here's the protein I use.
Got to have the protein.
Guys, this is the wife.
Alright.
So yeah, this is the protein I use. So 2 scoops in the morning, 2 scoops after the workout. Oh, it's 22 per scoop, so 44 grams of protein. So did I beat the kid up? No, it's crazy. Like, so back then I was like 6'3", 225, and still was pretty strong. And still was like pretty strong. The guy that my ex-wife left me for was like leprechaun, looked like a little leprechaun. He was like 5'6", 125 pounds soaking wet. And we played in a flag football game, and I'll never forget, like, it was like my old group of friends, part of my group of friends, like we separated into teams, and he ran down, like, my guy caught a screen. I set a block in this guy, and he hit me. Simple laws of physics of 6'3", 225 versus 5'6", 131. He crumbled like a sack of bricks, hit the ground, and his whole teammates come charging at me. My ex-wife dad came on the field. He tried to fight me. It was a whole thing. It was just ridiculous. My buddy ran the league, and he called the game right there and then. It was like, nope, the game's over. We're done. My other buddy, who was like that friend's boss, actually like ran like the whole YMCA. Like he was in charge of all the programs at the YMCA. And he comes to me, he's like, listen, man, you haven't paid yet. I know you were planning on paying. He's like, but listen, you got 2 choices. He's like, you don't pay, I suspend you for the rest of the season, and you can come back for the playoffs. He's like, if I don't suspend you, he's like, it's going to cause a massive headache for me because people are all mad and in their feelings based on this hit. He's like, however, he's like, from talking to the officials and other fans that were at the game, you did nothing wrong. He's like, so I have no legal right to suspend you. He's like, but... He's like, I would appreciate it if you would let me suspend you. He's like, it would make my life easier. I'm like, man, you're like one of my best friends. Like, suspend me. I don't care. I don't want to cause any problems for anybody. I was like, I wasn't out there. I didn't lift up my arm. I didn't try to hurt anybody. It was what it was. And I'll sit out my game. Came back from the playoffs. Like, and it was just kind of funny. It was like one of the events. And then, yeah, you got to flip her around and switch. I'll ask. My wife is gorgeous, isn't she? Like, I'm winning in more than one ways. All right, guys, hold on. I got to make this protein shake. I like how this dude called me a crackhead. Man, if I was doing drugs, I'd be way skinnier than I am, man. I am too fat for a crackhead. What's that? Why doesn't he want to play now?
I don't know. I think because there's no guarantee that he'll be on a team with kids that he knows.
Well, it's because Peyton or his cousins aren't playing. I guarantee it. If Peyton played, he'd play. When does he have to sign up by? All right, let me talk to him tomorrow. Remind me so I can talk to him.
How it will help with endurance for football.
People say whatever they want, and that's crazy. My favorite is when people come in here and say stuff like, you're fat, you're ugly, or this. And I always just screenshot. Actually, usually Susie screenshots it for me. Susie's like one of our mods, and she's truly an amazing person. And I keep all those screenshots. I have a folder of them. And every time I don't want to work out, every time I want to skip the gym, every time I don't want to do cardio, like, because I enjoy lifting, so I'll go down and lift, and sometimes it's like I just don't feel the cardio. And it's like, nope, here's my hate folder. You're fat. You're ugly. Damn, your wife should leave you. Like, you just keep scrolling and reading. It's like, all right, well, we will be on the treadmill for the next hour and not have a problem with it. Like, but all right, guys, thanks for supporting me during that workout. Tomorrow night we will be live. We'll do I'll do my normal lifting. And then Danny and I will do our burpee challenge. So for every like we get, we will do 5 burpees. Hopefully we can get to 350 again. We both felt like we were going to die last week. It's not hard to have a little respect, you know. And that's the thing is, like fishing, like it is super easy to be respectful. Work's hard, life hard, school is hard. You never know what trauma, what anybody's day is going on, what anybody's got going on. It's simply not hard just to not be a prick. Like if you don't like something on social media, keep scrolling. Like just don't say something. Like I see stuff that's weird all the time. I just don't comment. I don't say something and I just keep it moving. Like you don't need to comment on every video you see. You don't need to comment on every live you see. Like the reality is, if someone's fat, they probably know that they're fat. Like it is what it is. Like you don't have to be a jerk about it. Like most people are subconscious of everything that's going on anyways. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Double tap that screen, hit that follow, become a member, show that support. I truly appreciate that, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.